Welcome back to another edition of ThePack TV. We have about 3 or 4 different stories here for you this week. We're going to go ahead and go straight into our Pack World Champion. He sent in this video during our live AEW Dynamite stream. I just want to go ahead and play it for you guys here.
What's up, everyone? It's your Pack Champion, Kyle Flex Storm McGee here. We're closing in on the Christmas holiday, and I'm getting a little bit in the spirit. You're watching AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash with my good friend, the legendary, my advisor, Drew Blazer, and Brian McCoy's there too, I guess. Who cares? Just wanted to get in the holiday spirit really quickly. Wish you all a very Merry Christmas. We're closing in on day one to find out who my number one contender is, but before we get there, let's talk about Christmas and what the Pack Champion Flex Storm wants for Christmas. I want what all of you watching want. Let's be honest, we all know what we want. What I want is for this Saturday on Christmas Day, on Rampage Holiday Bash, I hope that Cody Rhodes defeats Sammy Guevara and becomes a 3-time TNT champion, just like the rest of you want. Merry Christmas.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I want to go ahead and kind of dive into some things that he said there. Let's get into the day one topic. Okay, so WWE Day 1 takes place January 1st, 2022. Let's go ahead and give you some backstory about some of the things going on with the Pack leading up to this event. So, Survivor Series 2021. Flex Storm goes in as the world champion. He loses via tiebreaker. So, after the event's over, Flex Storm throws a major fit, saying that he did not understand the tiebreaker rules, that they were not clarified the way that he says they were. Therefore, he went whining to the executives. The executives, therefore, gave Flex Storm, I don't know why they did this, I think it's a little shady myself, but they gave Flex Storm a one-on-one opportunity against the new champion, Biggs, at NXT War Games in a prediction contest. So they went head-to-head, and ironically, Flex Storm won via tiebreaker. Yet, there was no whining from Biggs, there was no complaining, and there was no rematch for Biggs. So, anyway, we were all ready to move on. Well, Flex Storm now has said he is not going to defend at day one. That he is going to have everybody else in the pack compete in a free-for-all predictions contest with the winner facing Flex Storm one-on-one at the Royal Rumble. Now, I have some things to say about this. You know, nobody else in this entire run of the Pack has ever had a one-on-one championship match, and now Flex Storm is gonna have 2. You know, Flex's whole career, his whole life since I've known him, all he's done is run. We had a little backyard wrestling company back in the day. You know, he was around, he was in charge, he was having a good time, but when things got rough, Flex left. So after Flex left, I came in. Myself and Blazer turned things around, we found some success. What happens? Flex Storm comes crawling back and he wants back in again. This happened 3 or 4 times. Flex would leave, Flex would come back, he'd quit, you know, whatever. So now let's fast forward to the Pack. The same thing. Blazer and I start this channel up. We talk about different show ideas, we talk about different things to do. Flex and Blazer have a show on here, which is perfect. Chat with the Pack. They have a nice little podcast where they talk about all things sports, UFC, basketball, football, wrestling, anything that comes to mind. What happens? Flex gets bored, and Flex leaves. So then Blazer and I really get going on here, we start having consistent shows, we start doing all this other stuff, and now all of a sudden Flex wants to come back. He comes back, and he goes straight for the title, and starts doing all this one-on-one stuff. So I just have to ask Flex, how long until you get tired of it and quit again? I mean, you've been doing that your whole life. You start something and you quit. You start something and you quit. So how long until you quit? You know? So, and I hope to God that I am the one that goes to the Royal Rumble as the number one contender, and I'm able to be the one that beats Flex. That would make my day, make my year, make my life, to be able to shut up Flex Storm. But anyways, we have other things to talk about here. I want to officially announce that Gaming with the Pack is going to return with myself and Biggs. We are going to go through Gears of War 3, the third game in the Gears of War saga. And an official date for that will be coming here in the very near future. Alright, final thing for tonight. We have the fantasy football standings. So, regular season concluded this last week. Here are the official standings. Britt locks up number 1 spot at 12-3. Mank was 4-4 and won all 7 of his games to end the season 11-4 to lock up the number 2 spot. Myself wound up at number 3 at 7-8. Ended up getting a tiebreaker with Blazer to take the number 3 spot. Blazer sits at number 4, gets that last playoff spot. Biggs is out at 6-9. And the Magnate went on an 8-game losing streak to go 2-13. The Magnate made some questionable trades at the beginning of the season. The players that he gambled on ended up getting injured and ended up getting knocked out. So, as of now, the playoffs start, I believe, tomorrow night. Actually, tonight. Sorry, tonight. It's going to be Britt taking on Blazer, and myself taking on Mank in the first round. So, as of right now, last I checked, let me pull this up real fast to check one more time. These scores are always changing. Blazer is projected to beat Britt by less than a point. Britt had Lamar Jackson, who's out with an injury right now. She had Travis Kelce, who just went on the COVID list, so he's out. She has Tyreek Hill, who's on the COVID list, so he's out. And she had Austin Eckler for the Los Angeles Chargers, who's on the COVID list. So she's got 4 players that are out this week. Lamar could play, but as of right now, he's questionable. So Blazer is projected to beat her by less than a point at the score of 113.82 to 113.14. The me and Mank one is not very good. Mank's projected to beat me by a score of 132.56 to a score of 115.77. I lost 2 starters this last week. I have Leonard Fournette, who's pretty much been declared out for the season. It's just not official yet. Elijah Mitchell, my running back from the 49ers, is out. I lost Chris Godwin for the season. He's on IR. So right now, Mank is projected to beat me 132.56 to 117.56. And the last thing, everyone here at the Pack just wants to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. There you see, even on the thumbnail, Flex Storm manages to be the center of attention. So, anyways, with that, Merry Christmas, and we will see you all next week for Wednesday Night Dynamite.